and welcome to the WWE Creative Challenge Results Show. I asked the viewers and the subscribers to give me your creative input, to give me your results, to give me what you wanted to see and what you thought you could book better in your mind, in the brain. Sean's Viewing Team is going to present to you the 5 best creative outcomes of Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. And remember, for this series to continue, you absolutely have to keep leaving your outcomes, sharing the videos, leaving your comments, your likes, and subscribing. The more you interact, the more outcomes, the more chances you have of being on here. And of course, if you come up with something creative, something cool, something, unpredictable, something that really gets fans in tuned to what is going on. Now, these outcomes and the creativeness behind Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, which I put in your hands, it was up to you. It was so good. I had to give honorable mention to 3 different people on top of the 5 people that I chose for the booking of this. Remember, you have to share, like, and subscribe for this to continue. So this is the results show. We will do a results show after each and every match on the WWE creative side of things as it concerns creative booking. You versus the WWE. Daniel Coro says, hey Sean, I would book Triple H, and this is honorable mention, the 3 honorable mentions. Hey Sean, I would book Triple H to cost Roman Reigns the match, then Kevin Owens and Triple H double team on Roman Reigns, and then Sami Zayn comes with a chair for the save, and then next week on Raw we have Roman and Zayn versus Triple H and Kevin Owens. And once again, I thank you very much for the overwhelming response in the comments. I could not do this without you. Once again, this series is completely interactive, up to you. Thank you very much. Dan Brown, which was another junior, says out of the honorable mention, the IC title match to open on Mania, non-stop action-packed, 2 out of 3 falls match. Reigns gets first pinfall via drive-by following a spear. KO wins second fall via top rope driver, he does, but onto a steel chair. KO takes over from there as Reigns is still railing, hits pop-up powerbomb. Reigns kicks out at 2.5. Reigns hits a spear after some back and forth. KO kicks out. After some more back and forth, all of a sudden Seth Rollins' music hits. Both competitors are confused. Rollins comes down to the ring as both men are struggling to get up. Reigns starts moving and Rollins starts jawing back and forth to Reigns. Then out of nowhere, Rollins hits the curb stomp on Owens as he is trying to get up. Then Reigns looks at Rollins as he leaves the ring. Reigns gets the 1, 2, 3. However, in the WrestleMania 32 main event, Dean Ambrose screws Reigns out of the title and then saves Triple H in a double turn. Triple H retains the title, and after the match, he hands the title to Dean Ambrose, leading to Ambrose versus Reigns and Rollins versus Owens. And the 3rd honorable mention, and once again, I thank you very much for this, Roman Reigns, the Joker. This is by the Joker. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Reigns wins, and then moments later is attacked from behind by Kevin Owens. Ambrose comes out to make the save, and but as he runs down the ramp, Lesnar hits him with an F5. Lesnar then walks through the crowd while Owens is beating down Reigns. Reigns powers out by hitting Owens with a Superman punch. Owens escapes down the ramp laughing, basically signaling that Triple H is right behind him. Triple H then turns him around and tries to hit him with a pedigree, but Reigns reverses and hits him with a spear to end the show. Now that's the end of the honorable mention. Now we get to the main event, the main course of the show. And remember, when the creative outcomes from you viewers and subscribers are so good, there'll be more honorable mentions and you may make the top 5 list. Number 1, Nathan Fortia says, I would have Kevin Owens attack Roman Reigns before the match starts. Then this could be a great back and forth match. But then Kevin Owens looks to destroy Roman Reigns. He gets himself disqualified. Reigns is about to be taken apart. Then out comes Dean Ambrose. A brawl starts between Ambrose and Owens. Brock Lesnar makes his way to the ring and takes Ambrose to Suplex City. Brock then attempts to strike Ambrose with a steel chair, but Roman Reigns spears Lesnar. Triple H goes on the stage and looks on as Dean Ambrose hits dirty deeds on Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose has turned his back on Reigns. That's how I would book this. That goes out to Nathan. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, Lamar Fowler says Owens versus Reigns, special guest referee Triple H. The match is even, and Triple H has been calling the match right down the middle. And 3 Superman punches to Kevin Owens. Triple H goes for the 1, 2, and stops his hand from hitting the mat for the 3 count. Reigns looks at Triple H with hatred in his eyes. As Reigns goes to attack Triple H, Owens attacks Reigns from behind, and Triple H and Owens jump him causing a disqualification. Out of nowhere, Sami Zayn's music hits, and he comes right out after Owens, but is also attacked by Owens and Triple H. But then Dean Ambrose music hits. He runs out with the bat that Mick Foley gave him last week on Raw. After taking out Owens and Triple H with the bat, he helps Reigns and Sami up. After a stare down, they all shake hands and hug. Then out of nowhere, Ambrose hits Sami Zayn with the pipe. Reigns looks confused and says, "What the hell are you doing?" Then Ambrose destroys Reigns with the bat, blood everywhere, and says, "What the hell?" And there's just obviously chaos reigning supreme. Dean's jealousy of Reigns continuously getting the top spot took him over the edge. And what do I think of that? Well, I think of that you get the number 2 spot. Jose Valdez, I hope I get your name right, Jose, says for the number 3rd spot here on the WWE Creative Booking. Seth Rollins returns to help Roman Reigns win the Intercontinental title, and then Dean Ambrose and also helps Roman Reigns, and then they triple powerbomb Kevin Owens, and the Shield reunites. So we have the Shield reuniting in that segment. Zack Singer, shocker, but Reigns wins by countout. With this being an intense match where Owens shows off a lot of talent and Reigns using moves he's never used before. So Roman is getting ready to hit the Superman punch, and all of a sudden you hear, "Behold the King of Kings." Roman gets distracted, and Owens unloads all over Roman Reigns, swings him for a pop-up powerbomb. Roman kicks out at 2. Owen goes crazy and then leaves the arena. Reigns is out cold in the ring, and after Owens leaves, Triple H comes out to the ring and pedigrees him. World Wrestling Production says Roman Reigns kicks off Raw and says that he could beat everyone in the locker room. Curtis Axel's theme hits, but Kevin Owens attacks him in the middle of his entrance, kind of like the Royal Rumble, remember that. Kevin then says how he could easily beat Reigns in a non-title match. Roman convinces him that it should be a title match, and Kevin agrees. The match starts, and it is actually good. Suddenly, Triple H's music hits. He then walks to the ring, and Kevin does a leverage pin on him for the 1, 2, 3, so Owens gets the win over Reigns. Triple H just enters the ring, but Roman Reigns Superman punches him. And that is how we're going to end the first ever installment of the WWE Creative You versus the Creative Team, where I give you the shout-outs, the announcements, the comments, the outcomes that you have come up with, that you have predicted, that you thought was best, that you thought was unpredictable, that you thought was entertaining, that you thought was compelling. Now remember, you got 3 honorable mentions, plus you got 5 outcomes, the main event, the main attraction. If you didn't get, shouted out this time, if your outcome didn't get on the show, it doesn't mean your outcome wasn't good. I read all the outcomes. I read all the results. I read all what you wanted to do, and all of them were good in their own right, but these were the absolute best. Don't be sad, though. Don't be sour, because you could make it for the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Damon says, thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is the Results Show. Your comments, your opinions. Not only do I give out your result and your outcome of how you would book things, but I also give out your name. And if you want your Facebook or your Twitter out, I'll do that as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for interacting. The next WWE booking, the next WWE Creative Challenge booking is up next. Subscribe and get ready.